It's Percy Jackson in the Olympian times, everybody. It's the Lightning Thief time. Percy Jackson time. Reboot coming out very soon, so I said, let's go back and watch that original YA movie from 2010 that I have no fondness for. I've talked about this numerous times. There was a phase that's kind of now hashtag Tumblr core where it's like, the Greek gods and like the lore of that, all that shit was like really prominent to an entire generation of people growing up. My generation. I know a lot of friends and family that fucking love Percy Jackson and this entire universe. And even back then in 2010, when I was a wee boy, I didn't get it. I still don't get it. Is it because they're idiots? Like just a bunch of like fucked up gods running about being in charge of the world? I really don't get it. I still don't get it. Nothing about this reboot looked interesting to me either. And going back to watch this one, I haven't seen it since 2010 maybe. Maybe I saw it a couple times. I have no recollection of it because there's events that happen in the sequel I thought happened in this one because I don't think I've seen the sequel. But then I'm like, the one thing I remember didn't happen in this movie, so I must have saw the sequel. I have no recollection of this movie. But I watched it anyway, so it's The Lightning Thief. Percy Jackson, the boy who lived, who volunteered as tribute. He's the son of Poseidon. He's played by Logan Lerman in this movie. You might recognize Logan Lerman. I don't know, maybe you won't, because what else has he done besides this, really? He had a moment, he was going to be something for a moment. He's a dad now, isn't he? That's weird to think about. Whatever. Okay, cool. Percy Jackson time. So somebody steals Zeus's thunderbolt, or his lightning bolt, I guess, because it's the lightning thief. And Zeus thinks it's Poseidon's son, his bastard son, named Percy. And it's not. But it opens up a question I have about the universe, and that is, how come nobody knew who took the bolt? It's the one thing that really upsets me about this universe is that every single person that they interact with, like the collective trio that goes on their adventure, they know that the lightning bolt is missing and that Percy Jackson might have taken it. But nobody knows that's not true, and I don't understand that. Like, you all know it's missing, but none of you know who took it. Like, how can you, like, the gods of the fucking universe not know who took the lightning bolt? I don't get that. But whatever. Percy Jackson, he like lives with his mom and his abusive stepdad. And they go to like, his school goes to like a museum where they're talking about like the Greek gods. And Pierce Brosnan is like his teacher or something. And he looks fucking hot in this movie. Sorry, Pierce Brosnan, super sexy in this movie for some reason. We'll get to the other people in this movie I like more than the main cast. But god damn, he looks great. He's like, Percy, do you know the name of this demigod? He's like, Perseus. And it's not you. You're not Perseus, though. You're Percy? I don't know. So, okay. I didn't read the books. So, if you read the books, please explain it to me. Does Poseidon have two sons named Percy? Like Perseus and Percy Jackson. Okay. At the museum, they're attacked by a harpy. And then the Grover, who's his friend who has like crutches, they have to take him to Camp Half-Blood to be safe. They're attacked by a minotaur on the way there. Percy kills a minotaur. Okay. It's a wild opening because you're just like, we're doing it in 30 minutes, folks. This in the new show is probably going to be an episode that's 50 minutes long of itself. But here you go. In and out, there's the information. Who gives a shit? It's happening. Right off the bat, Percy Jackson, not a character I'm in love with. I like him more than other, like, these young adult leads because he seems very indifferent to the world around him. And it might be that they're trying to play him neurodivergent, but they're not going to say that in 2010, so he has, like, ADHD and he's dyslexic. What they pass it off is like, you're not meant to read English. What? Okay. That's strange. So, we don't need to get into that. It doesn't matter. But Lerman is an actor who's kind of fun when you see him in stuff, I guess, but this being the only thing he's done, so I don't know. Yeah, he's cool. I like him more than like other people in YA stuff, but I think he's kind of like he dumb lucks his way through a lot of this and he gets really lucky, but they also I'll excuse it because he is like the son of like the number 2 most powerful god in Olympus. So like his power is strong. I guess, I don't know. So he goes to camp. I check out with all the camp stuff. Couldn't give a shit about them going to camp. It's like, cool. Here's all these kids of like gods and stuff. I love that they explain it like the gods are horny. They just need to like lay, and they get laid. Then they leave, and then like Pierce Brosnan shows up as a horse and is like, take your kid to my camp. I guess that's the movie. And then Hades, like they have like a capture the flag thing. It doesn't matter. He takes over like the daughter of Athena. And that leads me to my biggest complaint about this movie. Annabeth sucks. What did she do? She did absolutely nothing in this movie. And look, Alexandra Daddario. Is she pretty? Absolutely. A stunning, gorgeous woman. Can she act? A question we're asking to this day, isn't it? In this, she's pretty. Can she act? No, but Lerman can't really act either. He's got like a, you kidding me kind of voice? Like, bro, this is insane. And I guess that's like acting. And the guy playing Grover, he's doing the thing you'd ask like a young African American man to do in this type of movie in 2010. So I can't be mad at the choices they make him do. They're just bad and dumb. So Percy like defeats like Annabeth and like capture the flag or something. He also like teams up with Luke, the son of Hermes, who, shocker, my favorite character, who's of like the young generation, because he's right. He's the one that steals the lightning bolt, and he's like, actually, these gods are kind of hoity-toity. I think if we started a war, our generation could take over. Hell yeah, dude. Your generation isn't going to go around like raping women. So yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. That should happen. Good for you, Luke. Smart. You should cause a war. Hades seems like the only rational guy here. I'm being completely honest. You should be on his side. But fuck it, capture the flag happens. We root for them. We have like a bonfire. Some like nymphs like think Percy's cute and they want to like dance with him at a party or something. Hades shows up in a fire. He's like, Percy Jackson, give me the lightning bolt. He's like, I don't have it, bro. But you have my mom, because my mom died of the Minotaur, but she vanished into the Hades world. It doesn't matter. Look, having just watched Hades Town, I was really interested in the stuff of Hades. Like that's where I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I'd rather see that shit than this shit. So what happens is Percy Jackson needs to go on a mission with Annabeth and Grover, his 2 new friends who are there. And they got to go across America to get 3 pearls to go to the underworld because Persephone leaves pearls behind. So some of her suitors are just people she wants to bang can show up. And then, cool. Okay, cool. So what does that lead to? We have to go to New Jersey to fight Medusa in her lair. I don't understand why Medusa would be in New Jersey. I also realized this would be the moment I fail in the mission because Uma Thurman is Medusa. And I'm not supposed to look at Uma Thurman? Sorry. That's all I want to do. I could give 2 shits about, a big war impending from stealing a lightning bolt. I'm looking at Uma Thurman. They defeat her by cutting off her head and keeping it in a bag. Then they go to Nashville and they fight like a hydra inside like a big like temple of whatever the hell it is. I don't know. I've been to Greece and I can't remember the name that we call these buildings. God, it's so boring. Like it looks better than today's visual effects, but God, it's so lame. It's so boring, honestly. So that happens. They get another pearl. They go to Vegas. What happens in Vegas? So yeah, like the weird, like they get high on lotus flowers and they're trapped there for a while. I guess it's a magical place where no one can escape because there's a guy playing the French Connection pinball machine that thinks it's 1971. And I'm like, that's the most strange name drop for a movie you can put in a young adult movie. What young adult watching this in 2010 knows about the French Connection? That is so weird. And he's old because he's dressed like a hippie? Okay. Very weird. And on the nose, but I guess kids are fine with that. I don't know. I really don't know. Some boring stuff happens. Percy snaps out of it because his dad, played by Tommy from Trainspotting, is like, don't eat the flowers, you dumbass. You have to get out of there. That takes them to Hollywood where they go to the underworld and This is where Taran is happy, okay? He is like, okay, I don't need these kids going on a mission, randomly killing Medusa and the Hydra. Like, ooh, so easy. Look at them. They did so well, where I am suddenly my happiest. We head to the underworld, we go to a temple, and then who shows up? Rosario Dawson as Persephone, and I fall in love all over again. And she's super into Grover, and I'm in love. I'm like, okay, whatever she wants, that's where I'm going. I'm doing that now. Hades, played by Steve Coogan, dressed like a fucking insane Chris Angel parody. He's just like, you have the bolt, boy. It's like, no, I don't. He's like, it's in your shield. I could see it. You lied to me. Ridiculous. I love it so much. I love that stuff so much. Rosario Dawson, utterly attractive, okay? Her Persephone is so horny and so much hates her husband. I adore it to no end. She's like, I don't care. If there's a war, I have to be trapped with this piece of shit. I don't want that. And Hades just looks like a Mick Jagger ripoff, and it's so cool. That's pretty funny. So they defeat that, they leave, and they go to Olympus. First they fight Luke, whatever. Percy learns he's special, and he uses water to defeat the like flying guy with his like flying Converse shoes. He goes to Olympus with Annabeth, and he's like, I didn't steal shit, but here's your shit. You guys are annoying and losers. Don't fight. Fuck you. And then he leaves. And movie over, wrap it up, credits, save the day, you get it. I don't like this. Like, I have never been drawn to the Greek mythology or like you're special because you're like connected to a god. I don't give a shit about any of that. But I wanted to watch a good movie, and this wasn't that. The effects look really good. The writing is so 2010, and God, I don't know. Like, the acting is very stiff, but there are a few moments where Pierce Brosnan and Uma Thurman and Rosario Dawson and Steve Coogan show up looking sexy as all hell. And then the movie's just like, oh, this world's crazy, but why don't we play Capture the Flag some more? Why don't we train some more for a war that's never coming? I don't understand God stuff. I never really liked it that much. I think this lore is stupid. And to everyone I know in my personal life that might be watching this and is upset at me for saying Percy Jackson is stupid and this movie's kind of boring and lame and didn't really do anything, and everyone kind of just gets lucky with every action they have. It's more like Persephone does everything. It's a bad stuff. And I never read the book. I don't know. I'm sure it's going to end boringly. I wanted to talk about the second one, but I'm like, no, I don't. I really don't want to. So this universe, hey, Logan Lerman's doing great. He's in everything these days, and so is Alexandra Daddario. So cool. Everybody came out on top. This franchise didn't die before it started. No, it's still going strong. This reboot doesn't look bad at all. Cool, man. Stuff. I don't know about this one. I really don't like it, but Persephone's got the vibe I like. Oh, Lucky Grover. That's good shit. I don't know. The rest of it, don't care. So that's going to do it for Percy Jackson talk. I'm sorry for everybody that had to listen to this, but be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. By the gods, good luck or whatever. I don't know.